integration, healing the split. Through our expanding consciousness, we activate the encoded light in our DNA. Then we begin to resolve the polarized patterns in both individual and collective psyche and move into more integrated ways of living in the world. Thus, the story of the cooling planets and the birthing of life and consciousness becomes the soul journey to wholeness. To heal divisions, we need to realize that the separation of inner and outer brought about imbalances within our being. Our orientation in space of up, down, forward, back, and right, left are embodied as head, genitals, future, past, and right and left brain. We also have an in and out, representing subjective and objective awareness. Healing these basic divisions within ourselves is the fastest way to heal the world on all levels. Because the One is present in and as every octave and particle in the universe, the wisdom of oneness is available to us for healing. We can heal consciously by tapping into higher vibrations. When we use archetypes to enhance awareness, we begin to look at symptoms, mental, emotional, and physical, as mirrors of divine designs that long to express through us. All symptoms and illnesses serve a purpose. They encourage us to change our patterns, to do or not do what we formerly intended. Above and below. We experience the up-down orientation basically through our vertical spine and the chakras. The up-down division differentiates our primordial lower body from our higher body. For humanity, this experience of polarity is a result of growing away from the innate unity of love and sexuality. This occurs when we lose awareness of our soul self, identifying instead with body and ego. When we manipulate others using them to meet our perceived needs, we create alienation. When it becomes possible to have sex without love, sexual expression can easily become aggression, rape, violence, and even war. Healing the split in the up and down orientation implies moving up the chakras to integrate all chakras. Only when we see another as a worthy equal will we relax, share, and join in love. Right and left. Another body orientation that has become divided is our use of right and left. This division is most noticeable in our right and left-handedness and the analytic or holistic polarity or functions of the left and right hemispheres in the brain. Currently, humans experience time as sequence. The logic-oriented left hemisphere views things step by step. Western civilization devalues those who favor the spatial right hemisphere orientation, which welcomes ambiguity. To be playful, turning ideas upside down and inside out, is often viewed as inefficient use of time. Thus, left-brain mathematicians, scientists, and engineers are generally accorded more respect than artists, musicians, and poets. To return to wholeness, we must balance these functions, inviting and integrating both intellect and intuition. In and out. The split of subjective and objective occurs when we see inner experience separated from external forms. Then feelings seem removed from visual and other sensory data. This division results from projection rather than the divinely intended extension of unity. When inner and outer are experienced as one, perception takes on childlike clarity. Immediate perception pierces the veils of forms and reconnects us to Source, for it sees the light within. Originality always comes from Source. Everything is created from within itself. The Source is in every center, and yet everywhere as an ocean of love and light. When we open to the truth of our wholeness, our oneness with one another and all that is, the dualities of subject-object, up-down, right-left, masculine, feminine, and inner and outer will fade. Now, chakras and auric field. Material structures are sustained not only by a rigid stasis, but by a perpetual balancing of forces and substances in a dynamic renewal. The human energy field is a holographic template guiding the form and structure of the physical body. Our consciousness is like a film projector creating our aura. The aura is the field through which the body manifests. The chakras and nadis, tiny channels of subtle energy, continuously register the tattvic changes of both aura and body. To heal the great divide of time-space and space-time, we need to become sensitive to our chakras and auric field. Auric light. Our understanding of the interconnectedness, the oneness of all things, increases as we realize that everything is love light. No matter how a soul is expressing, it is light. In our dualistic world, we are largely unaware of the light within us. Our attention is more on the light outside of us. What we perceive as outer light is reflected, that is, past tense. With each breath, we are drawing in and breathing out the light. As Prime Source breathes, the universe expands and takes form. And as it contracts, it returns to Source. As we inhale and exhale, the eternal light awakens us to the light of our souls. The 5 tattvas contribute to the aura. The fire is red, the air is blue, water white, earth yellow, ether is black. Chakra colors indicate the predominance of tattvas present. The 5 qualities of the tattvas catalyze auric densities. Ether is least dense. Fire and air are less dense than water and earth. There are at least 7 main layers to the aura, becoming progressively subtle as the layers reside further out from the physical body. It seems likely that various chakras relate to various auric layers. The crown chakra relates to the outermost spiritual layer. The next 2 outer layers moving in relate to the soul processes. Then we encounter the causal, mental, astral, or emotional layers. The inmost layer is often known as the etheric, not ether but etheric. It is a subtle energy template of the physical vehicle. Chakras are connected energetically to the endocrine system, with its glands and hormones. As an extension of radiant light internalized in the auras, the chakras transduce the light through the endocrine system, influenced by and influencing emotions and thoughts. The 3rd ventricle of the brain is the location of the coordination of the autonomic biorhythmic plexi of the chakras. From skull to pelvis, chains of nerve bundles are proportioned in harmonic intervals. Ganglia act as light transducers, interconnecting nerves and chakras in harmonic patterns. Through the endocrine and nervous systems, the chakras link cosmic music as harmonious vibrations to the body. The 7 main chakras resonate to color and sound, and thus can be balanced with a wise use of color and sound. The autonomic nervous system regulates and integrates the rhythms of yin and yang of the body. For physical health and spiritual wholeness, this system must be in dynamic balance. By increasing harmony, we enable and support the fluid interplay of complements such as in and out breath, blood flow, sleeping and waking, perception and action. spine, and chakras. Healing the separations that cause suffering also depends on healing the spine. The spine is the fundamental electrical, gravitational, and developmental axis of the body. The vertical longitudinal axis relates to internal energy flow. The transverse field governs the outer energy flow, including the nerves, muscles, and skin. The vertical relates to biogravity. It is sometimes called the acupuncture meridian system. The transverse is biomagnetic. It relates to the dermatomes. Various colors of the visual spectrum can be applied to the chakras, spine, and internal organs. Color impacts the aura and the body through the tattvas and hormonal chemistry. The chakra system of the human is a kind of frequency modulator or filter attuned to sound and color. The Hindu tradition sees each chakra as a flower with petals, 4 in the root chakra, 6 in the second, 10 in the solar plexus, 12 in the heart, 16 in the throat, 2 or 96 at the brow, and 1,000 or 960 in the crown. All the chakras function best when open to the free flow of life energy. The color and tone, form, and movement of each chakra correspond to the characteristics of tattvas coursing through it. The chakras, in turn, are connected to the endocrine system of the physical body. The tattvas nourish the chakras, that is, subtle energy, which we can experience directly as color influences the physical vehicle. What this means is that your thoughts and feelings move from subtle to physical through tattvic color. Now, healing through color. By measuring colored gaps in a continuous spectrum, astronomers can determine different atomic elements in stars. Analyzing radiation through a spectroscope, they discover emission lines of different atomic elements. These colored lines in the spectrum are called Fraunhofer lines. The research focus is primarily on space-time, yet it touches on consciousness, that is, time-space. In time-space, light as spectra indicate atoms of specific qualities of consciousness. How so? All qualities imply consciousness, for qualities cannot be known without consciousness, and consciousness originates in the universal mind. Even our categorization of the different characteristics of chemical elements into families, that is, the noble gases, halogens, alkaline earths, metals, and so forth, indicates an awareness of qualities. The basic healing ingredients are all around us: color, sound, movement, and form. With regard to color, our bodies absorb the spectra of stars radiating color qualities in space-time. Stars are beings with great spans and intensities of consciousness. For life to evolve, the primordial matter of stars must cool. That is a stepping down of consciousness. Evolution is a paradox. As evolving life forms become more cool and complex, consciousness slows. Brain waves slow from beta, waking consciousness, and alpha, aspects of meditation, towards theta, creative inspiration, and delta, deep sleep and renewal. Stillness invites source. Dinshaw saw the potential for using color in healing. The chart at the right shows the way he groups chemical elements according to their unique colors. In spectroscopy, most elements have several color emission lines. For example, in vaporized, atomized hydrogen, 2 colors appear, first a faint blue and then a bright red. Dinshaw's color attributions at the chart at the right focus on a predominant color for each element, not the only color. Dinshaw mainly arranged atomic elements according to spectra color qualities, not according to families of atomic chemical elements. As we will see on the next page, one can use Dinsha's spectrochrome tonation system to substitute color for chemical elements needed in healing. Our healing and wholeness may be facilitated through color and consciousness. Ultimately, soul perception becomes knowing through the love light. The following spectrochrome chart implies that right application of colored light to the body, called tonation, brings the frequencies of corresponding chemical elements into the body for balancing. The colors can be applied to the body through specific colored lights aimed at the body part that needs healing. Natural white light brought in through skin and eyes also promotes wellness. Now, healing through sound. Using crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, tuning forks, or any musical instrument can help you tune into the basic 12-tone scale that also corresponds to colors and forms. The traditional musical names of the 12 tones are given in the chart at right in their corresponding color. By toning a given keynote supported by a musical instrument, you allow the vibrations to permeate your body directly. Chanting is another healing practice. The 7 vowel sounds shown in pictures at the left can be chanted from bottom up, chakra by chakra. Feel the root chakra, visualize red, and chant ooh as in butt. Feel the second chakra, visualize orange, chant ooh as in moon. Feel the solar plexus, visualize bright yellow, chant O as in open. Moving up the 4th chakra, feel the heart, visualize green, and chant Ah as in Ma. Feel the throat chakra, visualize turquoise, sound Eh as in empty. Feel the brow chakra, see a bright blue, sound E as in speed. Finally, feel the crown of your head, behold violet, chant the diphthong, Ai, pronouncing Ah, changing to E, Ai. Healing through form. Beyond every form is a corresponding energy field. We can heal apparent separations by training ourselves to recognize patterns of morphotypes integral to all forms. The 12 basic morphotypes for create, maintain, and transform are here expanded to 16 to include the integrate function. Below, they appear as energy fields. These morphotype wave fields are ordered in quadrants as shown in the next page. Keep in mind that there are many other possible morphotype wave fields depending on the ideas to be expressed as symbols. As our consciousness shifts from egoic to transpersonal, we become more cosmic, more aware of our vast being. We tap the healing power in harmonic agents like color, sound, and form, and this growing awareness and use of subtle energies is essential to wholeness. It stimulates greater sensitivity, empathy, and compassion for other humans and all of nature. Observe the 16 morphotypes at right. Study their functions and experiment with them. One way to use morphotypes or other forms for healing is to draw the form and then visualize it clearly in your mind. Next, imagine the form in the specific chakra and watch how it changes. You might even visualize 2 or more forms in one chakra and see if and how the forms interact or morph into each other. To get acquainted with the subtle energy of a morphotype, you can also trace the shape with your finger, either on your body or on a sheet of paper. Making art with 1 or more morphotypes will stimulate subtle energies. You and a partner can draw the same morphotypes and then compare your drawings to notice differences and similarities in perception. Use your body to feel ways that these functions are contributing to your experience. For example, the spiral relates to creating energy flow. Spin around. Feel how the energy changes when you stand still versus when you spin. What memories come to mind? With simple movements, you can shift pain and stimulate peace. Subtle energy and elements. The codes focus, penetrate, and actualize worlds of mind and matter. The connections analyze and interpret, synthesize thought and things. The energy flows visualize, enliven, and respond to and merge feelings of experiences. And substances manifest experiences to integrate matter and meaning. So subtle energy and the elements, our ability to live our soul intent depends on our integration of spirit, mind, emotions, and body. We live within an infinity symbol that links above and below through the heart and solar plexus. As we awaken, these energies move from lower chakras to higher and back, helping us to balance and heal. Kundalini awakening. Kundalini is a spiritual force that descends and ascends the spine. The channels of Kundalini are three: the Ida on the left, the Pingala on the right, and Sushumna in the middle. According to Tantric texts, the Sushumna is normally sealed against ascending forces. The Brahman door into the Sushumna is closed by the head of the sleeping Kundalini until it awakens. Prana, blended with Kundalini, moves out of the root chakra by means of the Ida and Pingala. The Ida, that is the masculine, and Pingala, the feminine, transduce and adapt higher energies for the use of the autonomic nervous system in its mediation of largely unconscious physiological processes. They terminate at the two nostrils for breathing, enables the use of prana. There is an energy connection between the spinal axis of our central nervous system and the Sushumna. A similar energy connection occurs between the Ida and Pingala and the ganglionic nerves of the autonomic nervous system. The central channel, called Sushumna, is itself a trinity of energy channels. The outer nadi is called Sushumna also. The middle nadi is Vajra, and the inner nadi is Chitrini. These nadis also correspond to the three gunas. Sushumna is tamas, it's passive and dark. Vajra is rajas, active and fiery. And Chitrini is sattva, peaceful and balanced. Though in spirit we are gifted by grace with wholeness, our being is polarized between our root and crown chakras. The aim is to spiritualize matter using modalities of consciousness and vibratory levels. When we use intelligence and breath for optimal health as well as spiritual awakening, we must work to balance the whole energy field to facilitate the dynamic process of Kundalini. Through the human, matter is spiritualized when we become self-aware and integrally embody soul and spirit. Only then are time, space, and space-time realized to be one imaginal whole. Rising Kundalini transforms bodily energies that all oppositions dissolve into complementarity. We become conscious carriers of pure intelligence and love. The nature of the matrix and the ether. We know the love light as a source of all creation. With the rise of Kundalini into the head, the central channel of Sushumna is activated, and one becomes aware of the love light. Ecstasy is realized to be one's inherent nature. Soul becomes one with spirit.